Okay, Miguel, here we go. So, obviously, you're going to get this machine, uncrate it, put the wheels on it, drop it to the ground. It's about as self explanatory as it comes. So, we're going to start with t shirts here. This is how I want them to load the t shirts. Okay, they're going to come in, and you got your backstop right there, which is going to be at 11, which I'm going to show you later. And your photo eye puts the shirt in the machine, which I know you've got an old amp schematic, which is going to be the same. Okay, t shirts, that's pretty simple. Hoodies. Okay, hoodies you load completely different. Okay, so you're going to lay it all the way out on the table, just like so. And the hoodie, I want you to bring back when they load it in the machine. So they're going to load it like this, and they're going to drop the hoodie back. Normally it goes over the photo eye, so it goes straight in the machine. And then this one is going to show where the hoodie comes out. So what they're going to do, hoodie comes out, and then they just tuck the hoodie behind it, and then you're going to throw it through the bagger, which normally the bags are going to be 13 by 20. So those are your hoodies. Okay, and the only difference between the t-shirts and the hoodies, the only adjustment I want you to make is, which I'm about to show you, is the timer right here in the back. So I'm going to send you this, but the timer's at 7 for t-shirts, right there. And then I'm going to adjust it to 9 for hoodies, which is pretty simple. You just turn it to 9. Normally I write it right above it so they know what they're doing. Okay, next is the label applicator. We're jumping right into this pretty quick. So your on-off's in the top left. It says main. Turn it on. You're going to give it a minute to load up here, and your main screen's going to come up as I focus in here. Okay, so whenever this comes up, sorry for the movement, I'm doing this all by myself, so it's not very easy here. Okay, so you got your label apply on, which is irrelevant. Do not ever turn that off. Index speed always needs to be 1,000 right there. Put it at 1,000. Don't move it unless you call and I tell you otherwise. Your on delay is really the only thing that matters here. So you're going to have 0.50 for hoodies and then 0.35 for t-shirts. This is what adjusts the height of your label. So it's going to go up and down on the shirt. So if you want it half and half, I've got it set to 0.35 for t-shirts, 0.50 for hoodies. Other than that, that's all I want you to do on that. Thanks. Okay, so this is your sensor for the labels. It's very, very expensive and it's really not that complicated, but this is very important. So when you wind your labels through, which I'm going to leave these labels on here so you see how they're wound through the machine. Now when you get them wound through, you're going to move, like you saw me, you're going to move that sensor out, and then you're going to find the label that's inside the sensor in that spot, and you're just going to take it off of the entire thing there, okay? And you're going to tighten it back up, and then you're going to move the sensor back in, make sure the labels are inside of it, which I'm going to have to walk around to do this. You're about to see. I can't see what I'm doing on that side. So, yeah, I'm going to give up here. Yep, here I come. Okay, so once you get the labels inside the sensor, you're going to tighten it back down. Now, once you do this, I'm about to take the camera off here. Sorry for the movement. You're going to press this bottom right G in the bottom. You're going to press and hold it, and it's going to start running through the lights. And so you're going to have a gap on the right, label on the left. Okay, and then there's a button on the label applicator that says man position. So you're going to run through man position. So it's going to see the label, see the label, see the label, and then once you see it revert back to the gap, that means it's seeing the gap. Now, if your labels don't have enough gap, then that's a problem. There's certain spec to the label, which is pretty typical, but we can go over that later. Thank you. All right, lastly, this is the man position. So when you press man position, it's going to just jog it all the way through to where you need it to be. And you want to have a flag at the end. I'm going to show you now. Okay, this is what I call a flag for the label applicator. You've got to have this flag or a little bit of excess just hanging off for it to catch the shirt when it releases it. Now, on the interface on the front of the screen, it's called a label stop, and right now it's at 2.40. So if you set that when you get these wounded through, it should come out the same every time. All right, to wrap this up, this is just a t-shirt laying on the end feed table. This is kind of how I want them to center it on that black. There's a black electrical piece of tape in the middle, and you just center it up. Now here's the number on the side, which is 11. That's your length when it goes in the machine. Now that's at the stop, and that's where I want to put the shirt. But other than that, please give us a call. Let me know if you have any questions when you get the machine. Thanks a lot.